Continuing with our presentation, let's now learn how creating dynamic menus using RadCORE works. RadCORE follows in its examples a series of predefined options in MegaDemo with the aim of demonstrating how it is possible to create menus with submenus and also add a series of features that would involve a lot of coding. As I always like to repeat, the main objective of RadCORE is to reduce your coding and increase your development productivity, resolving situations that are common in the day-to-day development of our applications. Well, for some it may seem so different from the hard style that Delphi works with. We will work at the command level, at the Unity level, to create the menu options. You can only use Unity menu basics, but you will see in the examples that, by default, I bring 5 initial templates in order to group the menu options in terms that are coherent. But that's my idea. It is optional for each user to use. So let's see what we have here on the screen. Well, let's see what we have here on the screen. I have my Unity menu basics, and here I have a series of calls to the RC build menu item function, or in English, RC build menu item.
Build menu item.
The parameters you will pass will indicate how you want to render and what action RadCORE will take when the user clicks on the menu. So as you can see, we have this position here where we will indicate the level of our options. Interestingly, I have a first option here with level 99. There are details that you will see in the RadCORE documentation with different rendering objectives. As we can quickly see here in the running application, the options group is rendered with a smaller font, with the idea of creating a group of options. So I can create several groups here and render them with this letter to have different highlights. So when you do this, you will use level 9.9. Now following the pattern here, I will have a menu, in fact a submenu, which will be my first level. Then I say that all the following options will be contained in my first level menu. Just like I will have my MegaDem menu below, and I will have a second level of graphics and below the respective options for these levels. See what the rendering of the dashboard submenu and the MegaDemo submenu looks like, these first items that we are seeing here. So I will have dashboards, and within dashboards, the options that we rendered. MegaDemo, and then the submenus that I am creating and the options that will be within these submenus. That's exactly what we're doing here. Now, notice that we have icons for all of our options. This icon, just pass the ICO attribute in the description of your call, and RadCORE will automatically add the icon for you. We can associate the name of the form that will be called using the form attribute. Therefore, when you click on an option here in the menu, as shown in this Demo Forms option, clicking on the RadCORE option will already make the call. It will automatically add it to our tab control, indicating which forms are open, all in an automated way. The interesting thing is that we know that Unigear allows the creation of modal forms. So I'm going to take here as an example for us. I'm going to come here to Layouts in Data, and I have 2 examples of forms here. Here I have an example of a frame, and here I have 2 examples of forms, that is class T uniform. I can open my form in a tab, Form in Tab, which is our example, okay? So frames are different from forms, okay? So I can open my form in a tab, and I can open my form in a tab, and I can open my form as a modal. For those who program with NGI, for those who develop with NGI, you already know that there are differences between the frame call, the form call, and the modal form. The command line will change. Here at RadCORE, you simply don't code anything in your menu. So the entire RadCORE menu, as you can see here, I will simply have configuration items, but I will have a single function that will call our menu and will execute our entire opening process, whatever your choice. Frame, either your form option or your form modal option. Code is completely embedded in the WriteCode function. You won't need to code anything. You'll just create your list of menus. So as we can see below, I'm going to access our modal form item here, and you'll see that I simply pass the modal attribute to RadCORE. And this will indicate to RadCORE that it should open that menu in a modal way. That's all. So our menu creation, as you can see, is very simple. Following our guidance on creating new options, we will now understand in RadCORE how to create a new form from RC elements. That is, we will do everything in a practical and automated way to save more time in our development. Let's see that in our next video.